Hey, again, thank you. It's Vet Talk since Cougars Inc. And I just want to let you know I'm really proud and happy of all of you. The support and love we've just had all these last 3 weeks has been incredible.
It's been
But
amazing.
today morning, I woke up and I saw that someone posted about a grant, maybe a scammer. And so I was wondering, I actually called them back, and it's true, there's a grant scammer that's profiteering off of veterans um, kindness or naiveness. So, like I'm dumb. I almost fell for it. So I called Doton up. I'm like, Doton, how is this real or not? How do you tell if the grant's real or not? Can you help us, Doton?
I can help you with that. If first and foremost, if there is a lot of marketing and advertising, I guess that gets done through Facebook. But if you're looking for a legitimate grant or a grant resource, you're not typically going to get a message through Facebook Messenger or Instagram or even through your email. And that message is not going to say, hey, I've got a grant for you. Grants are something that need to be written and applied for. Typically, you will write and apply for a grant with a foundation. So a foundation already has the money, okay? And the foundation is going to issue you that grant because you meet the foundation's requirements to receive the funding. Grant money is free money. That's what makes it so appealing. There is a lot of grant money out there, and it's free money, meaning when you're given grant money, you get to use it for however you need, and you never have to pay it back. That's why it's so enticing. That's what makes it such an easy target for people to get ripped off. Here's the deal. You should never have to pay someone any small amount of money for writing a grant. Like if they're like, hey, just send me $150 or $200 and I'm going to get you a $9 or $15 or $20,000 worth of grant money. No, doesn't work. You do need a grant writer. So you do need somebody who knows how to write a grant. We have written grants on behalf of companies and firms. And just so we clarify and understand what that means somebody was applying for a grant and they needed to fulfill out the proper paperwork from the person requesting the grant to the person issuing the grant. That's why grants are not something that are given out easily. They take a proposal. You have to have a written proposal. You typically have to have a strategy with a team. In other words, the key personnel that are going to perform on your grant, right? You have to be able to show who's issuing me the grant, okay? I want to know, where am I getting the grant money from? And that will save a lot of people from being cheated out of their money. If your grant money is coming from a guy that you'd have never heard of before and a phone number and a text message that is just obscure, that's how hundreds of thousands of dollars have been ripped off by people because they spend, like you just said. What was it they asked you to spend? What was the amount they asked you?
But the end of the message, Doton, is, do you want check or cash? And of course, I'd love cash. So I go, oh yeah, I love the cash, but it's just too good to be true, which is scary. Everyone's scared.
Grant funding does not come in the form of the cash.
Because why? Why would that be? There's got to be a trace.
Well, grant funding is written to a business or an organization that is set up with a business or organizational checking account. So the grant funding would not be written to Cougars Inc. It would be written to the Gifted Harlequin Foundation. Actually, the Gifted Harlequin Foundation would go around and would raise money, and somebody would request a grant from the Gifted Harlequin Foundation, meaning I'm an artist and I would like to do this, and the Gifted Harlequin Foundation would grant that person the funding, commissioning that art piece. What is your interest? You support the
arts, yeah, the arts.
Right. So you would be issuing grants for art. You would not be issuing grants for business, for small business, for anything. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the grant you apply for has to match the field you're interested in. Now,
and it's got to be a public, paper trail, right? It can't be just,
there has to be a legitimate paper trail. And first and foremost, if you're requesting a grant or you're filing for a grant, you have to first be set up to receive it. We'll stop people from getting defrauded that hear this episode. Do
Cool.
not accept a Facebook Messenger request. Do not, Cougar, accept a Facebook Messenger request for grant money and pay somebody.
Well, what about the girls with the sexy picture and no other pictures under the profile?
I'm sure they want to date you as much as that person wants to issue you a grant.
Great. So,
Is this segment of Vet Talks on Grants? We thank you for tuning in. Up next, we will talk about business.